I have a story to share with you, Kevin. This comes from your hometown, Sacramento.
Never a lack of interesting news from the south of the north, we call it.
Sacktown.
Sacktown, baby.
Ugh.
Even Stevens' hometown.
That's right.
That's all I know.
Really?
And the Deftones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And cake.
And Cake and Brother Lynch Hung.
That's right.
And Kevin Anderson.
And Kevin Anderson. Of course, rounding out the cast.
Yeah. Is there one other band that I'm forgetting? Maybe
Definitely.
not. Yeah.
Brian Posehn, he's a comedian, though.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so this one, and I knew you were coming on. Both of y'all, actually, I just typed in,
What's going on in Sacramento?
I typed in Sacramento Bazaar into Google News, and that is how I came across this. This is from a couple days ago. Justin Rohrlich, writing for The Independent. A California school teacher has been banished from his classroom after giving freshman students a biology final filled with offensive questions that called out individual students by names in the word problems.
Wow.
Man, if this is your actual high school, I'm going to lose my mind. Luther Burbank High School.
No.
Not yours.
Not
okay.
mine, no. Bella Vista.
Was that around when you were around?
That's more in like downtown area. I was more in the suburbs outside of downtown.
Oh, okay, right
I
on.
think so. But yeah, I this wasn't in my like local group of like high schools that we would beef with, like we had Casa Roble. We had the one that the Smosh guys came from, which I can't remember at the top. Oh yeah, Smosh comes from Sacramento
Smosh.
also. They were at a Del something, whatever. Del Close.
Del Close.
Del Close High School.
I fucking hate his sister, Glenn Close.
Yeah, that ugly bitch.
So, biology instructor Alex Nguyen was placed on administrative leave last month by the Sacramento City Unified School District, according to district spokesman Al Goldberg. Nguyen has taught at Luther Burbank High School for the last decade. Goldberg told the Sacramento Bee, which obtained a copy of this exam from shocked parents.
I was really hoping there was a copy of the exams we could.
We'll put your biology to the test, everybody. Let's see if you can answer these questions.
Oh hell yeah!
So they obtained a copy of the exam from shocked parents. Nguyen did not immediately respond to the Independent's request for comment on Friday. The test covered human reproduction and the effects of dominant and recessive genes on offspring. So if you those people watching, listening, if you remember Punnett squares, where you drew a window and you had two different types of dominant genes and recessive genes.
The big and the small R's and all that stuff.
And so you try to figure out the probability of what genes would be inherited by the offspring of two individuals.
Yes.
So that's what they're studying. And, I did that with no controversy in high school somehow. But Mr. Nguyen was like, fuck that. We're starting some shit
I'm going to stir it up, and this is going to work out fine.
Oh, yeah. The test covered human reproduction and the effects of dominant recessive genes and offsprings. In it, students were provided with examples of situations that could ostensibly occur if pupils were to reproduce with one another.
Oh my God. This is insane.
This is worse than I imagined.
Yeah.
As soon as it said it's a reproductive, I was like, okay, this can't go well.
So you guys fucking? Let's see what happens.
I mean, I'm assuming I'll just read it because I'm thinking I don't want to guess.
This is exactly how it's written. This is including strange grammar and all. Here at the wonderful school of LBHS, we have certain students who love to sleep in class. I even see students fall asleep during exams. Can you believe that? I don't like it when students fall asleep in class. It's rude.
What the fuck is this shit?
And then he's got like the little symbols instead of the actual word, but I'll read the intended. Wake the fuck up! Well, through much study, I have concluded that the gene for falling asleep is dominant. I was like, that's not how this works, biology teacher.
Through much study, being mad at 5 kids.
Where did he get his degree to teach? Phoenix
Luther Burbank High School.
Not only
Phoenix Online.
Yeah.
So not only that some students sleep, they snore in class. This too is a dominant trait. What? And I'm just like, get to the fucking question.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we get it. You already did your little insult. Like you're just rambling. It's your hat on a hat at this point.
What are the possible offspring if you cross a homozygous sleeping, heterozygous snoring student name redacted, with a homozygous attentive non-storing name redacted student.
Wow.
So he was like, Sally McCullough or whatever.
Yeah, whatever their name was.
Yeah.
Fucking first and last
Because
names.
it's Sacramento, it's probably one of them was named Chad.
Hey, kids, I've been thinking about what it'd be like if you fucked. So let's take a test about it.
What if you? I want to know what happened if you fucked that sleepy kid over there.
Oh, well, there's... You've intuited the next question, Kevin.
No.
So here's another one. In high school, there are individuals who are cross-eyed, blank
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
and blank.
2 of them
Which is,
in a class?
That's what I was saying.
Also, I like that he just says in high school.
In high school.
Maybe it's a small high school.
Once you graduate, you put the tassel on the other side of the mortar board, and your eyes go straight. So he says, we called these individuals weirdos. So
That's a scientific term?
Did he spell it wrong on purpose?
he did spell it wrong.
I mean, not on purpose, but this is all exactly how it's written.
Copy and paste from the sheet.
Cool.
So if you cross 2 weirdos like blank and blank
Jesus.
that are heterozygous for being cross-eyed, what is the offspring that would result?
That is
Guys, where are your Punnett squares? You're not doing the work on
What
this.
are you, these 2 fucking idiots fuck each other?
Also, not even to just. I don't want to underscore that horribleness of these questions with how rude they are.
Right.
They're so convoluted.
Right.
It's
I know.
confusing.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't seem like a competent teacher.
No.
At all.
In no way, shape,
Yeah.
or form.
Yeah, it's
Public
also
school, though, right?
Yeah, public school. And I should mention before I read this last one that Luther Burbank High School is 97% non-white. So keep that in mind.
You can definitely tell I didn't grow up there.
So, quote, this is a full question. At Luther Burbank High School, the school is very diverse. Hopefully, every student can appreciate the diversity of the school. That is why we have cultural assemblies during the school year. It is to promote and be proud of our ethnicities and culture. For some reason, the African American culture has influenced most of the student body.
Oh my god.
How? In African Americans, they have a dominant gene for the pimp walk.
He said that this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the result of the offspring if you cross blank, a homozygous dominant Latina, with a homozygous recessive Hmong like blank?
My god.
So
So he's like Vietnamese, right? 'Cause he's Nguyen?
I think he's Vietnamese.
And he's just fully racist.
It's just full on.
And so I had to look up to make sure I know where Luther Burbank High School is, and it is it's on Florida Road, which is on the way to downtown. So okay, it is. No, but I know that that is a predominantly non-white neighborhood.
Yeah, So the best part of this is he's giving this to all of his classes, and the exam had been reportedly already taken by 3 separate classes, and was being administered to a 4th when the school principal intervened about 10 minutes into the testing period.
He busted and goes, "No,
Someone
give me your exams."
It took him 3 classes.
3 full 2-hour classes. So it's a full 6 hours before somebody was like, "Hey, you might want to go look at Mr.
Check
Nguyen's
that.
room."
Yeah, you're sitting there taking the test, wait, he just said, "What happened if I fucked a Latina?" Oh my god, what do I do here? That's out of control. That is absolutely insane behavior.
So about 10 minutes into that last period, the principal gathered each final from the students' desks and left the room. Nguyen simply projected the same questions onto a screen and told the kids to carry on as normal. This guy fucking rules.
I like that they just left him in there, oh, you're being really weird, but we're gonna leave you to it.
Yeah.
Stop doing this, and then just walk away.
It's all right, guys, don't worry, I got a laminated one.
This is unacceptable. You kids sit in silence for the next 2 hours.
Dude, this is so crazy. I can't get over it.
Nguyen didn't show up for the last day of school. Wow. Wonder why. What happened? What happened? When the graded exams were returned, given the unusual nature of the questions, Goldberg said that there were some, quote, challenges with the grading process.
I like that they counted them.
What
was
the
the
fuck?
finals,
Get
right?
this shit. Not only did they count them, one honor student received a 0, giving him a D in the class, and now he has to go to summer school.
Because he just refused to
Because
do it.
he didn't do your eugenics homework.
Yeah.
Or whoever was grading him was just like, I'm not grading. This is fucking ridiculous. And
They
just
should have waived the whole thing.
Yeah,
The school
yeah.
is already bullshit, and that's even more bullshit.
Yeah.
According to one parent, Nguyen's behavior had been problematic in the past as he had allegedly failed to accommodate their learning disabled child. And I read in another article that this particular kid is the one that he names as being cross-eyed.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, until a resource specialist finally stepped in and forced the issue. One student told the Bee that Nguyen had once lashed out at a black pupil for not having done his work, calling him boy.
Oh, no.
Luther Burbank principal Jim Peterson reportedly called and apologized personally to the parents of every student who took the exam. So,
wow.
doing the right thing there, Jimbo. But
Way to go, Jimbo.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Sorry that they took an exam and got a 0.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
sorry.
right.
Your son still has to go to summer school.
Did the bare minimum after he let all the fucked up shit happen.
Yes.
That's absolutely out of control.
I just left him in a room alone after he did something that should have gotten him fired.
Yeah, like on the
instantly.
spot. Yeah. Like, I'm sure that's all blown over.
Yeah, he's done a couple of weird shit a few times before, but
I mean, yeah, he's been making fun of all the short bus kids, but
it's hard to hire new teachers.
yeah. Nobody wants to work
Yeah.
anymore.
Did you have any high school scandals in Sacramento?
We had
Kevin?
race wars.
Oh my God.
No, I want to think about like teacher scandals though, because we had a guy that we had a teacher that. Oh, this isn't even a fun story. I realized as I started telling it, the teacher that let us fuck off the most in senior year, I took transition to college math, which was the blow off course.
Yeah, yeah.
And like literally, like me and my friend would just play Mario Kart on our DSs with each other, and like he put on every other day, he would put on Donald Duck and Math Magic Land. It's a whole Donald Duck movie where he learns about Pythagorean theorem and stuff.
Okay.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, no, it was a great. It's a banger movie. Yeah, it's fine. That's the dogma of that. But then I found out that
Donald
he was
Dogma.
like he was groping one of the kids. But like I don't think anything ever happened to him because I just like saw like I don't know like maybe they were family friends or something. But like this girl, I don't know, like he would like kiss her on the top of the head.
Oh, he
That
didn't
makes it
diddle him at
better.
school.
No, I don't know. I don't know all the facts, but I just remember like seeing him like kiss her on the forehead, and he was like an old weird guy, and she was like one of the hot like popular girls.
Oh,
and she
Jesus.
was like getting by fine in classes, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know what this is.
Oh, yeah. We
And
had,
shout out to Mr. Hand.
I was gonna say, yeah, we had Coach Overton. He was the one doing that. Yeah.
My freshman biology teacher, we had a pet tarantula in the class. And then one day we were watching a video about spiders, and there was this girl who is clearly very freaked out. And he was going around showing everyone the tarantula, like on his hand, just walking around the class
no.
with it.
Oh God.
And as a prank, he grabs a rubber spider and throws it on the scared girl as he's walking by.
Oh shit.
And she freaks out. He took her in the hallway to apologize. Apparently, she punched him in the stomach out there, and he just had to let it slide.
That is, there's nothing he can do about that.
You know what? I'm sending that one up to God. I earned that. I earned that.
One of my teachers was arrested 2 years ago for grooming and fucking girls.
Ooh.
Not me though,
Nice.
but I didn't take it. It was Mr. Jefferson who did. I think he did social studies, and I had this other guy who he would play like Mr. What's his face goes to Washington, that movie.
Mr. Smith
Mr.
goes to
Smith.
Washington.
Yeah.
Frank-
And I would cover my face with my hair and fall asleep. So I'm glad I didn't get fucked and took a nap instead.
I like that all of us were like trauma, and Sam's like, I got this spider prank.
I was trying to think of like what action. I don't think anything really. Whatever was happening with the students was way more insane.
Yeah,
than whatever
that's,
the teachers.
that's
were
very
doing.
true. Like, because we literally had like the local news coming to our school. Like, if there's like a fucking race war, like, because it was like one group of black kids and one group of white kids were always fighting at lunch. Like, and it was like pretty brutal fights. Like, people were getting their asses beat, and like they were like, "There's racial tension here at Bella Vista High." I'm like, I don't know if it's well. Now, in retrospect, it probably was a bunch of racist white kids that were beefing with them. Like at the time, it just seemed like high school bullshit. But then you get enough distance from your hometown and realize that it sucks.
Yeah,
and you go, "Oh no, everybody was racist and homophobic."
When I was in fourth grade, there was a teacher named Mr. Wilmuth who hit a kid.
Oh god!
Like this kid was acting up, and he just fucking backhanded her.
That's a fucking bold
Listen,
move.
sometimes they need to be slapped.
Well, so
My teacher hit me and I turned out fine.
So like he disappeared. We never saw him again, but the news showed up at our school, and we used to all have to sit out in front if we were, if we had a car picking us up, we all had to sit out front, and me and my friends are sitting there, and they're setting up a news camera, and we totally got a middle finger into the news.
That's fucking
They
right.
were showing the news. They're like, Dean Road Elementary School, a normal place. and then like the screen like flashes red. And you just see me and my friend. Just like,
but not so normal because
I think I had just found out about the middle finger.
Yeah.
4th grade. That was about when I was
you
using
figured
it all
out.
the time. But yeah, and then they went on to talk about a child being beaten up by a
That's
teacher.
so crazy.
A 4th grader
We
at
had a
that.
sub in 7th grade, and I don't know if kids did this at your school, but they would take staples and kind of just bend them around so they're like a
Yellow
circle.
Jackets. Yeah.
And then they'd put them on their pencil
Yep.
and you could
Flick
fling
'em.
them.
Oh, yeah.
So a kid was doing that in class, and he did it at the sub. And the sub was like a really cool black guy who just got out of college, and he had been a sub at the school like in other classes.
Yeah.
He did it at the dude. It hit him like right next to the eye.
Christ.
And he fucking went up and he grabbed the kid out of his desk by his shirt and fucking ripped out, took him out into the hallway.
Oh my god.
And nothing happened to him because it was one of those situations where like the kid's not going to be like, yeah, I tried to hit the teacher
I
in the
almost
eye.
blinded him.
Yeah. And then he was mad about it. So it was just like, it was one of those things that just erased.
How old was he again?
He was 12 or 13.
Okay, yeah.
That perfect area where you need to fucking learn what happens when you fuck around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's what happens if you almost blind people. Especially an adult that's much bigger than
An
you.
adult that's not even normally here.
Yeah. And the coolest sub. The fucking coolest sub
Like, what
in
the fuck
school.
are you doing?
We had a sub who just went by Mad Dog. It's like this
Hell
old
yeah.
guy with Navy tattoos.
Oh my god.
We had Mr. E.
Oh, yeah. Mr.
Oh.
All your subs sound like wrestlers.
What do you look like?
He was like just an older guy. He was actually friends with my dad.
Oh, you'll love this, Sam. We had a sub named Miss Dabs.
I do love that.
She always had, we were,
A vape pen.
no, vodka in the coffee cup. We're pretty sure.
Hell yeah.
Nothing like vodka and coffee.
Because like, no, just in the cup. Because first period, she would be pretty normal. But if you had a 4th period with
she
Miss
was just
Dabs,
wasted.
she'd just be like, "I love teaching art. I love it."
Oh, that is fucking
I mean,
crazy.
being drunk and teaching art, that sounds like you got to do it.
You have to, yeah,
that
absolutely.
sounds like you gotta do
One
it.
time my dad came home drunk from the bar, and I think Mr. E would hang out there sometimes. And my dad came home and drunk, he goes, "Tell Mr. E to give you a hall pass, or you'll tell everyone that he smokes weed." And I was just
Mr.
like,
E.
okay. That's not a thing at my school where you can get a hall pass and just walk
For
around.
having dirt.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Shit. Well, shout out to Sacktown.